Howdy, y'all. Big country here, big country. WV. And this is my first live stream from my cell phone. And so this is right now just a test, basically. Now that there for the longest time, I could not do live streams from my phone because I don't have the subscriber count. So, and then my laptop is one of my tech buddies has said it is absolute garbage. I don't know. I don't know enough about computers. And my Wi-Fi out here, it's not very good either. We've got satellite internet, and my satellite internet isn't great because I live in a holler and there are trees all around, and so it's like satellite internet is just garbage here. I'm actually like for some reason I get pretty decent cell signal to me. Like it's decent for me. I actually have cell signal. Um, Actually, I drink these there's Belvi or Belvie. I don't really know how you're supposed to pronounce it, but it's a sparkling water with flavors and stuff. And buy them at Aldi, and they've got a grapefruit flavored one that tastes just like drinking Alka Seltzer to me, which is good because I always have like that taste. So, if you're not drinking, pop, soda, whatever you call it, because for like health reasons and stuff, then these I recommend it. Um, I get, you know, I recommend it if you need something with like that carbonation or you really want that. Um, but so I'm just okay. I see I've got one person on here. This is just kind of an impromptu thing, and I'm testing out the live stream um, just to see how it's working. I'm hanging out for a little bit, see if anybody comes in. Um, if this works really well, like whether I get anybody on here or not, I may try and set up like an actual scheduled time um, to do this, and then maybe actually get some people in there because like I am trying to get myself back out there into the YouTube world as far as actually creating content. Um, I'm just, especially right now, I'm by myself, and I've got a cat, a dog, and a bunch of birds, but they don't live in the house with me. The birds don't. In fact, I'm actually kind of surprised that the cat hasn't decided she might be a little camera shy. I was playing fetch with the cat earlier. I'm not kidding you. My cat plays fetch. She'll bring like one of the little cat toys up to me and just drop it down at my feet, like and look up at me like, "Come on, throw it." And I'll throw it. She'll go bolting after it and she'll bring it right back. And it's like I didn't have to teach her that. That's just the game. She wanted to play the game, and so she'll do that for a little while until she gets tired of chasing whatever said little cat toy is. Um, and then, yeah, until she gets tired of chasing whatever little cat toy she's got going on. Um, and then she won't bring it back that time. um, so, that's kind of what's going on. You know, I didn't have much company before the soon-to-be ex-wife moved out. To be honest, but it was at least another human being. And don't get me wrong, she ain't coming back in here. Like, no, that ain't gonna happen. Um, but you know, it was, it is nice to have human interaction that isn't just work. Because that's basically my social circle. Is I go to work. I'm getting along really well with everybody that I work with, and we talk and it's like all that, and then I come home. Maybe stop at a store, um, and excuse me, and then I've got my immediate family, and I hang out with them sometimes, but like a social life. What's a social life? Um, Not outside of family and people I work with. But okay, what's going on? We'll go out to 10 minutes, and if no one's popped on here in 10 minutes, then I'll probably get off. And I've got to go fasten up my birds anyway. So actually, here recently, I'll tell this story, and if no one's come on by then, um, I'll get off here. But recently, my, well, me, my dad, and my brother, and mom and my brother's wife, we all get together periodically and raise meat birds, and we kind of take turns back and forth of who's doing the raising. Like it's usually me or dad. Well, it's always been me and my dad, because my brother can't keep chickens where he's at. Well, certainly not roosters. To get to the maturity level where you can actually butcher them. Although these Cornish crosses, we got Cornish crosses, and they were all roosters, and they butchered at 6 weeks. But just for people that don't know birds, like standard butchering time frame for like a Rhode Island Red, like your standard heritage or otherwise breeds, that are like dual purpose breeds. And probably most of your meat breeds, your standard age is going to be about 20 weeks. Like that's when you butcher. But the Cornish crosses, you've actually got to take the feet away from them for like 12 hours, because if not, they will literally eat all day and night. Like they will literally eat too much, and they'll get so fat that their legs break out from under them. And so that's what the hatchery recommends: taking the food away from them at least 12 hours a day. But we butchered 31 of them. We had 35 originally, and 2 of them died, I think, fairly shortly after arrival, which you're gonna have. Like you will have that on occasion. Like, Two of them died then, and then two died the day before we butchered, and one died in the night, the day of, like, right before we butchered, and probably heart attack. That is something that breed tends to have. Like, they're not a healthy breed. They're like a Franken chicken. They're a hybrid between let's see, what was it? A Plymouth White Rock, a White Rock and a Rock Cornish hen, a Rock Cornish, I believe is those are the two breeds, and you take those breeds and then you breed the offspring of that hybrid, or you breed the offspring as a hybrid, and then you breed that for like about 7 generations, and that's how you get what is basically the industry standard bird for meat production. If you go and buy chicken breast or wings or drumsticks, or, mainly they're made to have like a lot of breast meat. But if you go buy them at the store, there's a like 99.9% chance that it was a Cornish cross, because they butcher 6 to 10 weeks. But anyway, so they started dying of heart attacks. Like, we lost 3 in 2 days, and so we decided, and the hatchery recommended, so just go ahead and butcher them now, because you're just going to keep losing them. And so we did. But what Murray McMurray, which is a hatchery we got them through, and now we've always been very happy with them. Like, the Rock Cornish hens dying, or the Cornish crosses, dying. Like, that's not like a dig on them. That's just the breed. They're not a healthy bird. Just for longevity, they are exactly what they're supposed to. They're exactly what they're bred for. Like, these things, they can't even breed naturally. To make more, you have to artificially inseminate, because they cannot physically breed naturally. The males cannot do the deed. They cannot. The breast meat's too big for them to actually get it in there. Or, well, there's nothing going in anywhere, but you get my point. Yeah. Parents, you might want to get your kids, if you don't want to have to learn the birds and the bees. Get them away. But yeah, so for those who don't know, chickens don't have a penis. They basically, they get on top of the hen, and it comes out, the seed, comes out and goes in. Like, it just falls, like, we're not getting too in depth on the mechanics, but there is no, like, physical, body organ or body part that, like, actually goes in. Golly. And so they can't physically do that. Like, they're not, like, I would not try and keep them. They are exactly, you buy them for meat. 6 weeks, 10 weeks later, you don't have to feed them for 20 weeks out. But so we did all that, and Murray McMurray sends you a what's it called, a free chick, and like, it was a free rare exotic chick, and it was a rare exotic, like, and we found it to be a blue Andalusian rooster. And of course, when we butchered all of he was so small by the time we butchered the Cornish crosses, and we could not put him in with any of our adult birds. So we ended up, I had a guy at work has chickens that are just a little bit older than he is, and I was like, does anybody here want a rooster? Like kids don't or know anybody like kids doing a 4-H project or something like that. And he's like, yeah, I want a rooster. Like all I've got are hens, and it's like, so it worked out, and it was just a good. Turned out it like a pretty good fit, and they're all getting along. But I looked at those blue Andalusian, like those are a pretty bird. I need to do some more research on them because like I might actually consider buying some of them just because they are a pretty bird. Like if they lay eggs or I can butcher them for meat eventually, I might just get them and give the feathers away to people that do arts and craftsy kind of things. Because that is a gorgeous bird. You could also sell feathers. Like there are people out there like that tie their own fishing flies, or people that do arts and crafts stuff. Like they will buy like really pretty chicken feathers. But now you're not going to make a whole lot unless you're butchering like a gargantuan amount of birds and saving all the feathers. Like you're not going to make a whole lot of money at it, but you could be if you do have birds and butchering birds. Like it could be extra little bit of income. But if you're just butchering like once in a while, it probably isn't worth your time and effort. Probably be better off throwing them in the compost pile or giving some to friends who are crafty. But anyway, I've been on here for close to 20 minutes. My phone's at like 10% now because apparently I'm using a lot of battery here. So I'm going to get off of here. I will put something out in the future. I think this is working, and I'll try and set up like an actual time and day that I can do live stream for, like I can actually do a live stream where people could actually, come on. Like I don't, it's I'm just kind of springing this on, just doing this randomly. So anyway, hope y'all have a good one. I'm out of here, and God bless. Now, I'm going to turn this thing off.